So the fallout from the British Grand Prix continues, and it also comes in the form of some very interesting quotes made by some ex-Formula One drivers about none other than Lando Norris, the man who some people might be saying should have won the Grand Prix on Sunday. And it's hard to disagree with that sentiment, as of course he was leading for a good portion of that race, but of course he lost out to not only Sir Lewis Hamilton but also Max Verstappen in the closing stages of the race to finish third in a Grand Prix that he probably should have won. If everything went right, I think he could have won it. He really could have done. And he couldn't really hide his disgust either after the race. He said that, well, he kind of pointed his finger at his team really for the blame, saying not quite the job we should have done with the strategy choices when it came to making the pit stops. And it's hard to disagree with that because obviously, they didn't choose to double stack Oscar Piastri and that ruined his race. And also on top of that, Norris, ran a lap longer on the intermediate tyres than he should have done, came into the pits late. I will say though, that the blame also has to lie a little bit at Norris's feet because he ran long in the pit box and that lost him a couple seconds in the stop too. Yes, difficult conditions, but Lewis and Max didn't run real long in the pit stop, did they? So there we go. And to be fair, he's also blaming himself too. He said, and I quote, "I blame myself for not making some of the right decisions. I hate it. I hate ending in this position and forever having excuses for not doing enough of a job." And this is the thing as well, you could definitely make a case for Norris that, he should have won in Canada, he should have won in Austria, and he should have won in Spain as well. But as it was, he didn't. And that's key decisions at the end of the day, key moments that could cost him any sort of hope of a title challenge. But yeah, so on top of that as well, some former Formula One drivers had some choice words to say. I'll highlight one here from Ralf Schumacher, Michael's brother, who was of course a very successful driver in his own right as well, driving for the likes of Williams and Toyota and winning a number of Grand Prix. But yeah, he said the following, and if you want to check out this full story, by the way, there is an article to this on the F1Chronicle.com. Just look up for Lando Norris on there. It's one of the featured articles on the site currently as I record this. But yeah, he said the following, Ralf Schumacher said the following: "It's a question of mutual assistance between driver and team. The driver and the team have to exchange information. How well did this happen in this case? I don't think that Lando Norris is ready for such a fight yet." And there we go. And that's pretty damning, and it's hard to disagree again because, it's not just the team that's making these mistakes, it's also Lando Norris too. The thing for me is that Norris went onto the soft tyres, which were the same tyres as Lewis Hamilton in fairness, but Hamilton didn't have the medium tyre. The medium tyre was the best tyre to be on at that time. It was a mix of being very grippy but also durable. The soft was quick, but it was also very, it wore down very quickly. And the hard took longer to activate, but it lasted longer. That's why, Verstappen came and overtook overtook Norris and almost overtook Hamilton as well. Got within about a second or so of him by the end of the race. But yeah. Interesting for sure from Ralf Schumacher. He also said it could also be a structural problem. Perhaps Norris simply does not have a strong enough race engine here. Interesting. It did seem very nice on the radio. It was very like, if you want to cover off Verstappen, you can do this, or if you want to cover off Hamilton, you can do this. For me, Norris should have been like, no, we need to get on this tyre. But then again, you've also seen when his strong cues have not come to fruition. He could have won in Russia in 2021 had he gone onto the intermediate tyres at the right time. But no, he was like, no, it's fine, I'm fine out here. I don't need to stop. He actually told his race engineer to shut up as well. So clearly he's strong enough to make decisions, but maybe that's burned his fingers. Maybe that's made me think, I don't want to do that again. I'm just going to go with what my team think is best, really. And also as well, I just want to highlight this quote here from an Italian journalist, Mario Donini. He said the following, and I think this is very harsh, but again, it's hard to disagree with. "Same old story. Nice guys never win. Since Miami, Lando Norris has had the best car of the lot. And yet in 7 races in which he was playing with the best hand of cards, he won only once. He is the least successful and effective top driver in the recent history of the sport. In F1, as soon as you have the best single-seater, you have to pulverise everyone, otherwise you're done for." Wow, that is damning. I think that is extremely harsh. I agree with the first part of that. I think the second part is just a question of an experience, really. He's only 24 years old. So he's not at that level yet. I think that's pretty hard to deny, but I think he could be there, absolutely. He could win a title in the future, but he has to be more consistent, be more ruthless, and also make the key decisions at the right time, and his team McLaren have to help him with that too. But yeah, guys, what do you think of those quotes from Schumacher and Donini? Do you think they're fair? Do you think they're accurate? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, keep it subscribed here to the F1Chronicle.com for much more video content just like this.